this will be coming up everywhere with me.
Guys, I'm a great gift giver.
Well, no, I didn't know that.
Oh my god, you're so
Guys, I take medicine if you didn't know. I didn't even screenshot my face when I realized we were filming. I'm just like. This is how you guys know that we don't rehearse anything.
But we're back. We got F1. We got our F1 season preview. Oh my goodness, we're gonna talk about the new regulations. We are going to talk about our Melbourne predictions. And then to start off, we'll start with our beginner's guide to F1. We had a request on like a brief little overview on teams. We'll jump into rules later on because that's a whole other thing, which neither of us are well versed in, but we can make educated guesses every now and then. But yeah, so that's pretty much our F1 video. And before we get too far into this episode, don't forget to subscribe as we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're over halfway there. We're over 500. So let's keep it moving. Also, please leave a like and comment about your F1 teams, who you root for, and a bold prediction for this Australian Grand Prix. Do not forget to turn on your post notifications because we will do another F1 video next week recapping the Australian Grand Prix. And then finally, we have our links in the description to our other social media pages, and we will be posting stuff on those as well after the race. So don't forget to check those out. But on to our beginner's guide to F1. Pretty much this is how to pick the team that you're rooting for. Although I've seen some people do it based on the driver, so wherever the driver goes, that's the team. I don't know. That's not how I roll. I kind of just pick the team.
I have a lot of favorite drivers. Doesn't mean I want to root for their team. Hence.
Dang, how'd you know? But yeah, so we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. So we're going to start with Cadillac. They are the new team on the grid. Their drivers are going to be Checo Perez and Valtteri Bottas, so both seasoned drivers. And then the one thing that we have for Cadillac is that they're based in America and they're trying to become the new American team, trying to take over for Haas. And I don't know how I feel about that because they haven't been doing a great job at it so far, but that's fine, I guess.
Maybe they'll surprise us.
We'll see. We'll see. Then we have Alpine. Their drivers are Franco Colapinto and Pierre Gasly. The one thing we have for them is OnlyFans.
It's like the only thing that comes to mind. It's just like, that's like their biggest sponsor. So if you're down with that, try Alpine.
Well, you know, they got nothing else going for them besides Franco being South American. Anyways, we're gonna move on. This next team is Audi. Audi actually bought out Kick Sauber from last year, so they are a new team on the grid. This is their first year as a engine manufacturer, so we'll have to see how they do. Their drivers are Nico Hülkenberg and Gabriele Bortoleto. And we have German and efficiency for them. We know the Germans are very efficient, although they're not technically based in Germany, I don't think, but they're doing a lot of partnerships with German sponsors like Palinier and Bayern Munich. So, efficiency. And then we have Racing Bulls. So, you guys will get this later on in the video, but we have the drivers, who are Liam Lawson and Arvid Lindblad, and then we have baby energy drinks. Or the social media team. It's a lot of social content from them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Heavy on the TikTok trends.
Yeah, so if you want a trendy team, that's kind of where you're going. But then we have Haas. Their drivers are Esteban Ocon and Oliver Behrman, and for them we have good vibes. Honestly, the drivers, the partnership between them, it's very good. Like, it's not toxic, and it's not like a sketchy good environment.
Yeah.
It's just very
good vibes.
Very good vibes. And it also helps that, well, okay, so the funny thing is that Esteban is a huge Marvel fan, but Ollie has not seen any of them from what I've gathered, which is weird because he's younger than us.
Yeah. Sheltered.
And that's just shocking. So yeah, but good vibes there. And then our next team is Aston Martin. Their drivers are Fernando Alonso, the GOAT, and Lance Stroll. Honestly, they're just hoping for the best this year. They got nothing going for them. They are predicted to be like 4 or 5 seconds behind the pace of everyone else. I heard rumors that they're not even running the full Australian Grand Prix, so that's great. And then we also have tractors for them. So, fun times. Then we got Williams. I personally don't overly want to speak on them, so I'm gonna let Julie take this one.
Yeah. So their drivers are Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon. I love Carlos Sainz and I love Alex. I don't like Williams, and that's why I just can't support them. I'm happy when a driver wins, but that's it. Now, their biggest things is they do have a podcast that they post every week or every other week, and then animals. It's just like there's always animals involved.
It's very on brand for them.
And then again, their cars are kind of tractors too. Like, it really is a give or take with their cars. But I don't know, this season could be different. Then we have Red Bull, just label energy drinks. Their drivers are Max Verstappen and Isaac Hadjar. I panicked for a second there. I mean, like, they're like, if you think who's won the most championships lately, you would think Red Bull, but that's like, and you know, Max Verstappen.
Yes, and the curse of the second seat.
Oh yeah, I'm so scared for Isaac.
Yeah, poor guy.
But anyways, moving on. Then we have Ferrari. Their drivers are Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. Their main little hobbies is just loyalty. The Ferrari fans are very loyal. It doesn't matter how bad they're doing, they will always support them.
And
I think they're very passionate. Like, when I first heard about F1, the first thing I knew was like Ferrari, because their online presence and like everyone loves Ferrari. And then of course Leo. Charles Dog. If you've never seen him before, where you been? Where you been? The icon himself. And then we have Mercedes. Their drivers are George Russell and Kimi Antonelli. And it's just consistency with Mercedes. If it wasn't Red Bull winning, it was Mercedes winning a championship. And they do bring good drives to every race. Like, it's a kind of a shocker when they don't do well, because they usually are either up in the top 4, top 3, or top 2. And then we have McLaren. And then their drivers are Lando and Oscar. And let's just say it's like a
Like a
winner.
winner.
Um, so if you couldn't tell, we're very much McLaren fans. They won their first championship, but the year before last, they were really close to winning the championship. So they usually have great cars. Let's just say there are some days I don't like my team. I don't like. Sometimes
Just
they do really
strategy
bad
calls.
Yeah. And then it's just because you have two really good drivers competing against each other. That's what makes like supporting them so much harder, because you have Oscar winning, you have Lando winning, and literally this year's going to be the same way. If they're bringing the same skills that they were bringing last year, it's going to be Lando, Oscar, and whoever's that third person. I'm telling you right now. But let's get into that kind of talk. So now to the preseason testing in Bahrain for 6 days.
Yes, so we did have an additional tire test with Pirelli scheduled, but seeing as everything that's happening in the Middle East right now, that has gotten canceled. But we have a couple of new things to talk about this season in F1, particularly about the cars. So for those of you who don't know, this is arguably the biggest car regulation change that they've had in history. So we're looking at multiple factors here that are coming into play. We don't know exactly how it's all going to work out, and it's just going to be a big mess from what I'm hearing and based off of the information that we've gotten from testing. So we are moving to hybrid engines, which are a 50-50 split between electrical energy and combustion. If I were more on the technical aspect of this, I would explain this to you, but I just know that it's a V6 engine and it's not the same as a V10, which is unfortunate because those engines sound amazing. And okay, this is a little side note, but I was watching IndyCar this past weekend and I was just like, I loved listening to the cars fly by, and I was like, I'm gonna miss this season. I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss my sweet lullaby every time I had to watch him the race at 3 in the morning, where I'm like, oh, this is nice. My favorite white noise.
You and me both.
F1 cars.
Well, in addition to the 50-50 split with the engines, they're also switching fuel this year. And this was a condition of Audi joining, was switching to 100% sustainable fuel, and it has to be approved by the FIA. And so there's a couple different ways that they can go about doing this. From like, for some reason, I associate it like a compact bin, like where you're throwing away your bad food, like your banana peels and stuff, which is really ironic. And they're using that to make the fuel. Or there's a way that you can do it with carbon dioxide, which, again, I don't know the technical aspect of it all, so I just know that that's a way that they're doing sustainable fuel this year. And then we have smaller and lighter cars, so they're also reducing the weight, which they're reducing it by 32 kilograms. And the total length of the car is now 3.4 meters. That's down from 3.9 meters. And it's only down 0.1 meters on the width. So it was 2 meters, and now it's 1.9. As for the tires, though, the tires will be the same 18-inch diameter. The only thing that's changing is the width of the tires, and those are getting smaller. So, and also, fun fact for you, I learned that the front tires are going to be smaller than the back tires. I thought they were all the same, but they're not. They're two different sizes. I never knew that before.
So what happens if you put the wrong tire?
You're doomed. because the back tire is wider than the front tire. And then you're probably rubbing it against the front wing. Speaking of which, the front wing is also different this season. And I'm sure if you've seen the pictures from testing, you can see that it's different. Along with the back or rear wing.
The barbecue.
Oh, yes. Ferrari are adamant that the wing that they brought to testing that one day that did a full 360 pretty much, that was just an experiment. They're not saying that they're gonna use it to race. So it's gotten everybody else like freaking out, like, oh, did we miss something? Is this more efficient? Blah, 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 blah. Personally, I don't think it is. But you also look at Alpine's rear wing, and theirs, it folds differently than the other one, than everyone else's. So instead of going up, theirs goes down. So, yeah. I don't know what's on with the rear wings, but
It's like a Costco chicken roaster.
yeah. And now we have some key terms for you all that are coming this season. So we have active aero, boost mode or boost button, recharge mode, super clipping, overtake, and turbo lag. So active aero to me is a straight mode versus a corner mode. So this moves the wings of the car based on where it is on the track. To me, it seemed like DRS without actually being DRS, so I don't know. Yeah, and then boost mode or the boost button just basically gives extra energy for the drivers to use, and recharge is recharging the energy that the cars are using. Super clipping, again, from what I understand, is extra energy that's going to eventually affect the car's speed. I've seen articles that are saying it's storing the energy to use later, but then I've also seen it saying that it's starting right away. To me, it seemed like what they would use to coast through a corner instead of actually using power through the corner. I don't really know. I need more explanation. This is from like the 3 videos that I've watched on this and articles I've read. So we're gonna learn this together. And then overtake, it was explained like DRS again, so I'm kind of unsure. I think it's more like IndyCar, where they can use it to. It's like IndyCar's push to pass. Is how I'm interpreting it.
Didn't they rename it from Mom though? Like, wasn't it gonna be like Mom? And then they were like, so we can't do that. So overtake,
because it was gonna be a manual overtake, something that starts with an M.
Machine
mode.
Okay.
But yeah, because then they were seeing the "your mom" memes, and they were like, no, can't do that. So yeah, your mom. But yeah, overtake to me just seems like DRS still or push to pass. So I don't really think that there's a big thing with overtake at all. And then we have turbo lag. To me, this is the delay of power in the car through corners and starts. This is why they are changing the starts this season to allow extra time because of the engines, and they need more time to power up because the turbo doesn't spin as fast as what it normally would. And yeah, that's the one thing I actually do understand out of all the new terms.
Yeah, that's like the coolest name. Everything else I'm like, lame.
Yeah, but it's also not good, so we don't want them to have this, but we will know what's happening with this one.
Now to the total testing laps. Of course, at the top is McLaren with 817 laps for total testing, and then we have Haas in second with 794 laps. Williams in third with 790. Ferrari with 744. Racing Bulls with 723. Mercedes with 714. Red Bull with 672. Alpine with 667. And and then Audi with 639. Cadillac with 586. And Aston Martin with 334. Aston Martin only ran 28 more laps than last year. And then Charles had the fastest lap on day 6 of testing with a time of 1 minute and 31 seconds, .992.
Yeah, he was the only driver to get under a minute 32. So
maybe we'll have a Charles win again. No, he hasn't had one yet, but he's been on the podium.
Well, the thing with Charles is that there's so many things that are aligning that it's going to be a Ferrari-dominated season. However, it is rumored that some teams were sandbagging in testing. So sandbagging is when the teams are purposely going slower and not showing their true pace. Some teams that I have heard that have done this, Mercedes and Red Bull are the other teams that I've heard that have definitely done it. I've seen a lot of back and forth between who will end up being the fastest. Let's see. And then maybe we'll find out this first race. But I'm holding out hopes for that. Anyways, so now, for those of you who are new to the channel, we do a season prediction, and we will revisit this at the end of the season. So in December, we will revisit this list that we have going. So our first prediction is, out of 22 drivers, how many different drivers will stand on the podium? Last year, I wasn't anywhere near close to this number, and Julie was off by 1 or 2. So we'll have to see how that goes. But I don't necessarily have my number yet.
I'm going to say 9 out of 22.
Well, dang, you low-key just stole my number. But since you said that, I am gonna... Shoot. I am gonna go 10.
Okay.
Here.
Most podiums this season.
Yeah.
So this is hard because I don't know how I literally have no idea how this season's gonna go.
Right, and we don't know the reliability with the engines and...
Yeah. Last year it was easier to do this because we had seen everyone, there wasn't much change to the next season. So I was able to be like, Lando. I think I said Lando. But with the way, I've been hearing rumors with McLaren and just, how, they don't know how the season's gonna go and how they're kind of playing. I don't know, it's hard because, in my mind, I want to say Lando. But I could also say Oscar, too. Because Oscar had a lot of podiums, he just wasn't always in first. He was, second or third. I could say George, too. I could also say Max Verstappen. Although Max does not like this season at all.
No.
He has stated his opinions on this season. I'm gonna stay loyal to Lando. I'm gonna say Lando. Because I don't know. At this point, it's like a Hail Mary. You literally don't know. It's a 50-50. I feel like
ironically, I'm gonna go George.
Yeah, that makes me feel better though, because I'm at least I stated that it could be George, Lando, Oscar, or Max. So at least I knew it's one of them. I just don't know who it's gonna be.
Yeah, and I feel like Lando and George are two of the favorites coming into this season, so I feel like it's pretty good odds of them being up for this. However, I just McLaren is a customer team of Mercedes. So what's to say Mercedes isn't going to do anything?
Right?
You know?
Oh,
So
this next question.
I would not pick a Ferrari. I'm sorry. I just can't do it.
No. Charles had his races, but I don't think he's gonna have the most podiums. He was like, it was like every 2 races he maybe was getting on the podium. But I would not put him in. If he surprises me this season and gets the most podiums, you got me. I'm honestly shocked. Oh, this next one's hard because I have a couple that I feel like could be surprise podiums this season. I want to say Alex.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Cause like I already know, like I feel like Carlos is most likely like gonna get a podium. He had his podium, but I would like to be surprised by like maybe Alex getting a podium. Cause he was so close last season, like so close multiple times. So I'm like, maybe he'll surprise us. I'm not saying this again.
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off of that answer kind of, and I'm gonna go for Ollie, but for the same reasons that you said about Alex.
I was gonna say Ollie.
So close multiple times last year, and we saw in Mexico where he held back Oscar for however many laps and was still able to finish ahead of him. So what does that tell you? Like, and I think the Haas will have good pace this year. It's just a matter of how they will end up qualifying, I think. Because if they can get in a good spot to qualify, what's to say that, you know, they can't potentially podium or even win a race.
Yeah.
So
I would love to see both of them win a race. Like, literally.
Me too.
I love both of them, and so I guess we'll see. This next one.
So we have a Lewis race win like last season. We saw his woes at Ferrari to start off his tenure with them. Do we think he's going to get a win this year with how the stars are aligning for Ferrari?
No.
Oh, hot take.
Okay, in my opinion, I still feel like, again, this season is so unpredictable because we don't know how it's going to go, but it's also Ferrari, and he struggled. Like, he struggled last year with the Ferrari, and Ferrari was kind of not helping him. Like, he was kind of on his own, and there's been some moves with his, like, I think his engineers and stuff like that, he's had changes. So I'm just going to say no. If he wins, I'm surprised. Like, honestly, he'll have earned it, but I don't think so.
Well, I'm gonna go the opposite of you.
Okay. It's just we're like changing from last year. Last year I was like, yeah, he'll win.
We are changing from last year. I just think I've seen how the Ferrari starts. I've seen how I see the vision and their potential. I think it's doable. And you know what? This might even have to be a sprint win. It might not even be a regular win.
Oh, well, it's not a sprint. I did technically win last year with that one, but
right. We said because we didn't. But
I'll take it.
Yeah, it might go either way. I don't really know. I mean, I do think that the tides are turning. I've seen so many different like symbolisms of it pointing to be a good year for Ferrari. It's just a matter of whether they can convert or not, but I do think Lewis will finally kind of get more of the pieces together of the puzzle that is Ferrari to go on and get a race win here this season. Now our next one is, will Fernando Alonso get a race win this season? Wait. Say your answer in 3, 2, 1. No. No.
Okay, I could maybe like at the deepest part of my heart say maybe a sprint win, but that's it.
I think that's even pushing it. They're 4 to 5 seconds off of the pace,
No,
and he hates the car, and it's just not looking competitive at all. I'm gonna save this thought for a further thing down the line. Our next thing, rookie on the podium. There is one rookie. As of right now, there is only one rookie on the grid, and that's Arvid Lindblad. So do we think he will get on the podium this year?
I was honestly shocked by like Ollie
Right.
almost doing it and Kimmy doing it. That
Well,
I don't
Isaac
know.
did.
Oh, Isaac. Oh yeah, Isaac too. I don't know. It wouldn't. Hmm. This one's got me because I never really watched him race. I'm like with Ollie and Kimmy. I got to see them race in F1 when they did like the sprint races and stuff and like qualifying. So I don't know. I've never seen him race before. Hate on me, but I haven't. So I don't know. And I really don't want a Red Bull on the podium.
I am going to go with yes, on the condition that it's a gifted win. Or not win, a gifted podium, similar to Isaac's, where Lando DNF'd, and that opened the door for Isaac to get on the podium. I feel like that could potentially happen again, and it will end up being Arvid's podium.
Last place finish.
Of course, bottom of the driver's standings.
I have it. Oh, what's his name? I can't. Franco. Colin Franco.
Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me.
What's yours?
Do you want to give any reasoning behind that?
He DNF'd like every other race last season, and I hate to be the mean person here, but he's not a great driver. Like he's great, but he's not like the best. And if it wasn't Franco, I would have to say, oh, you know what I want to say. A certain Aston Martin driver.
Was that gonna be my answer?
I don't know if you ever saw that one video that's like one of my favorites of me going 21. That should be your answer. I'll let you give the other one since we were gonna say the same thing.
Yes, mine is the Aston Martin driver we were just referring to, Lance Stroll. Who would have thought?
I still think Franco will still be in the bottom, but Lance is gonna probably be down there too, just because the way the cars are doing, and he's the best, right?
Yeah, well, rumor has it that they're only running the minimum laps needed to in Australia, so. But what's surprising is that neither of us picked a Cadillac driver.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how they're gonna do. I would have probably done that, but just from experience, I know that it could be free. So,
Yeah.
and I'm giving them like a free pass this season, just because again, I haven't seen them. I mean, I know I've seen them drive personally, but I don't know like how it's gonna be with the cars and stuff. So I don't want to say they're gonna be down there just because they're a new team.
Well, to play a little devil's advocate on Franco, is Franco the bad driver, or is Alpine not being supportive enough?
I can see it both because I saw that video of him wanting to state his opinion and him getting shut down immediately, and actually kind of felt bad for him. But I think it's a combination of both because we saw him driving Williams too, and they were giving him all the opportunities to drive, and he still wasn't having the best drives. And again, it is Williams, so you're given a tractor to drive, but you also see Alex Albon driving a Williams too. So
But
I
he's
don't know.
not crashing every race.
Exactly. So I think it's a really, like, with his situation, it's kind of a 50-50. It could be both a combination of the team itself and because you see, like, you see, what's his name? I can't remember his name. Pierre. He's driving for Alpine, and sometimes he has good laps. Like, he's honestly a good driver. So I don't know. I think it's really a combination of both the team and Franco, and I don't think that's a good team for him in general. Maybe he should be a reserve driver for one of the other teams.
Go to IndyCar.
And I could see him doing pretty good in IndyCar. But that's another conversation for another day. Moving on. Mid-season swaps.
Yes. Do we think that there's gonna be one?
So I don't really know the reserve drivers for everyone. It was pretty easy to be like, oh, it's gonna be like Lewis and Yuki. Like, that made sense. Or like Jack Doohan was gonna be replaced. Isn't Jack Doohan a reserve driver for one of the teams though? Haas or something? Haas? I don't think he's gonna be a mid-season swap. I could see him maybe given the opportunity to drive in, like, what is it, a qualifying lap or something. But
Yeah, free practice.
free practice. But I don't know. I don't think there would be any mid-season swaps this year, just because it's a lot of I don't know. Again, I don't know a lot of, like, the reserve drivers this season, and there's not been a lot of talks about a lot of switches either, other than, like, like last year we knew there was a good chance Jack was going to get switched out, and
Jack, Liam, and Yuki.
yeah, we all kind of knew that was gonna happen. We just didn't know when. This season, I don't know. It would honestly be a surprise to me if we switched out anyone now.
Well, contrary to you, I'm gonna say yes. My reasoning behind that. So Fernando's partner is due within a specific window. However, if the car doesn't live up to his expectations, he could very well retire. I've heard murmurs of it. It wouldn't surprise me if that happens. I've also heard murmurs of, hey, Max is gonna leave, go do his Mercedes AMG Verstappen team whatever stuff for them. But I also do kind of think that Fernando could just be like, I hate the car, I'm done, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I'm not wasting the rest of my year doing this. And then Aston Martin will be forced to swap, which, you know who their reserve driver is, none other than American Jack Crawford. So we could see some time in an F1 car from him. So, I don't know, we'll have to see, but I do think that there will be a mid-season swap. Alright. Our last two, the Constructors' Championship and the Drivers' Championship. Oh my goodness. Where are we gonna end up here?
I'm gonna, again, stay loyal, because I don't know what else to say. So I'm gonna say the Constructors' Championship will be McLaren, and the Drivers' Championship will either be Oscar or Lando. I have to say both of them because, again, I don't really know how this season's gonna go, and
You're just stressing out over getting either.
No, I really am. Like, when it was like, do you want to film the F1 preview? I'm like, I don't, sure, but I'm gonna be panicking the whole time because I don't know how this season's gonna go. I need some stability and some backup information, and I don't have anything.
Well, for constructors, I'm actually not gonna go with McLaren, I'm gonna go with Mercedes. Again, with the customer teams, I just don't think that it's gonna work out as well as what they are hoping, and Mercedes has the upper hand to kind of iron out the kinks of the engine before the customer teams do, so I feel like that will give them a big edge there. As for the drivers, I am also torn because I do want another Lando championship.
It's hard. Because in the back of my mind, I'm like, you could say George.
Yeah, right.
You could say, like, my top 3 is Oscar, Lando, and George. It could be any one of them. I don't see it being anyone else right now. But maybe this season will surprise me. And I'll be like, oh crap, we're gonna have like an Audi championship for some reason. Hopefully not, but
that would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
There's your 2026 bingo card. Surprise, guys. It's gonna be none of them. It's actually gonna be Audi.
Oh boy. You know what? I'm gonna go George Russell. Again, I just think Mercedes with their engine, we know that they have been sandbagging. We know that other teams are predicting them to do very well. It helps that they're an engine manufacturer. I just breaks my heart to say that. I don't think we're gonna get a Lando repeat. But we could get another Lando championship next year. Hopefully. Anyway, now that we got our predictions done, we're on to our Melbourne preview.
I'll go first. With our preview information, its first Grand Prix was in 1996. It has a total of 58 laps. It's 5.278 kilometers. Race distance is 306.124 kilometers. And lap record is 1 minute and 19 seconds, 0.813. And it was Charles in 2024. And last year's podium was Norris, Verstappen, and Russell. Honestly, this is just one where you're just gonna have to be like, you know what? Let me just throw in the hat here and just say, I don't know. I'm gonna say George Lando and I don't know, like Charles.
Respect it.
Thank you.
I
could have said Oscars. No, I'm sticking to it because if I keep trying to rethink it, it's just gonna be a whole like 20 minutes of me being like, well, I don't know. I don't know. This is my best guess. Until I see them race, I have no idea.
I am also gonna go George. I am going to go Charles in second. And I am going to go Max in third.
There you go, guys. That's our predictions because, again, we have no idea what we're about to watch. I still don't know how I'm going to watch it. I got to figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comments any of your tidbits and things you saw and things you're not ready for and things you are ready for. And let us know your predictions and how you feel this season's going to go. Who you think's going to be, I don't know, if Fernando's going to win or if Lewis is going to surprise us and win. Or who you think is actually going to win the Constructors' Championship because we got no clue. So go check out our links in the description below for our other social media pages. Follow, like, and turn on our post notifications because we do have other videos coming out. So if you don't want to miss those, keep a lookout for it. And we do have a live stream happening sometime this month. So if you don't want to miss that, it's usually on a Saturday. Again, go check out our other social media pages and turn on your post notifications. I hope you guys enjoyed it.